Hello everybody, Siraz here, and today I'm going to be casting another replay. I'm continuing with doing the replays from the Huck replay pack, so a lot of the games are actually really good, and so I wanted to go through and watch them all. As always, well, as before, I guess not as always. I know there's probably a lot of these casts out there, since it's probably a pretty popular replay pack. But I wanted to go through the replay pack anyways, so I figure why not. And looks like we have a 7 pool here from Zerg King. So anyways, this is Huck spawning up here as the red Protoss in the 12 o'clock position. And down here we have Zerg King, who is Sen, very well known Zerg player. And anyways, yeah, very well known Zerg player, and Zerg King is the ID he must be using on the Korean ladder, because that's where all the replays were from that Huck released, I believe. So that must be his ID. And just talking a little bit, Huck calling Zerg King a cutie. I don't know if you guys caught that. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna see a very early 7 pool here from Zerg King, and let's see how Huck responds. I mean, he sees it coming. He has that forge up. I don't think this is quite tight, so he's probably gonna, I don't know what he's gonna do, maybe block that with the probe. He's gonna see these lings coming though, and there we go. Photon cannon, looks like it will be up in time, and that should take care of it. So hard to tell without the grid. Like, it's really hard to tell without the grid here. I don't know if this is tight or not. Oh, well, we'll find out shortly. Can they sneak through here? Yeah, it's not tight, but Huck just blocking it with probes. Interesting. Wonder why he didn't just throw a pylon there. Losing a lot of probes here. And, wow, Zerg King actually gets through, and this is going to be really hard for Huck to deal with. I mean, he still has an economic advantage, but he's going to lose at least a couple probes here. Nice control there. Watch how he pulls back the ones without shields. And Sen, you know, not really sure what to do here. He can try and pick off workers, but it's going to be hard. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that was loud. But anyways, I'm sorry. I'm making, like, all kinds of noises. And nice pylon there by Huck. Going to lose one more probe. Zerglings definitely paid for themselves, but I mean, he does have that zealot out, so these Zerglings are going to be pretty ineffective. All they can really do now is kind of scout, and maybe they'll be able to pick off another worker. We'll see. Trying to get around this zealot here and get back to the workers without the zealot being there is basically the big thing here. But anyways, back in Zerg King's base, taking his gas, so probably going to see Zergling speed, and then he'll probably take an expansion relatively soon. Huck taking his gas as well. He wants to get out a Stalker, would be my guess. Yeah, there's that Cybernetics core to finally deal with the Lings, trying to pick them off there, but not quite quick enough. And Sen's Lings continue to just run around, being a pain in Huck's side here. And, oh no! Oh, okay, I thought this Overlord might actually run into that cannon. That would have been the suck. Terrible to lose Overlords in that way. And looks like, back in the Sen camp, we're going to see roaches, so just kidding. I think he saw that that was going to be scouted, so he changed his mind. Is probably just going to go for an expansion here. Back in the Huck camp, getting warp gates. Are we going to see... Oh, looks like the Lings are finally going to go down. And that's going to be nice for Huck, as, you know, he won't have to deal with the nuisance of those Lings. And yeah, Sen just deciding to go for an expansion there. Really surprised Huck didn't block that off with, like, a pylon or something. He took a lot more losses at the beginning than he really should have. And now we see Sen getting some spines. And this is going to be hard for him to deal with. 2 Zealots. He doesn't have any Lings out. He is building 8, though. So once those pop, he will be able to take care of this. Maybe he's just going to go for it with the Queens. Queens are pretty good. Not off a creep though. He probably could take these zealots with these queens, but I think he's just gonna wait for the lings, and then he will be able to take them no problem. And yeah, Huck, as soon as he sees those lings, just decides to back off. Yeah. Here. Gameplay. There we go. I don't like mouse scroll when casting replays. Nice Overlord placement. Looks like a couple gates going up. We do have Warp Gate done, just finishing here. And yeah, just taking an expansion. It's pretty good, pretty solid timing there. You know, and Warp Gate is almost done. You take that expansion, get some Sentry to clog this area up with force fields. And what was going on there? That was kind of odd. And really should be pretty safe from any sort of aggression. But Sen, not really planning on being aggressive, throwing up a lot of spine crawlers, which makes me think we're going to see mutas. That's a really popular build on Lost Temple for Zerg, and well, the main reason is because you can use these spine crawlers to block your choke here quite effectively. So you can defend until you get up those mutas. You can defend against those really nasty mid-game pushes that Protest players have been favoring recently, and you know, Zergs love to go mutiling, but looks like I was wrong. We have a Nidus network. So I think what we're going to see here is Hydra's Nidus right here. He is throwing up that Hydra Den as well. That is a pretty effective tactic, yeah, and he is getting range right away. And that's key for this sort of strategy. What it really does is you can basically stop this whole half of the Protoss's expansion from mining, so very, very, it's a really, really strong play in this matchup, and kind of surprised Huck didn't try and push. He probably saw the Force Spines. They are very good against gateway units, so he probably was just you know, a little scared. But he does have Hallucinate, which is going to be absolutely key in defending against this. But he needs to have Phoenix here at the right time, and there we go. Hydra's on the high ground. Needs to get those Phoenix over to spot for him. There we go, another Phoenix, and now he should be able to deal with this. Nice force fields there, but the Phoenix does go down relatively quickly to these Hydras. So this is kind of going to be, will the sentries run out of energy? No, they do take down that Nidus Worm, but another one going up immediately, and now the sentries are starting to get pretty low, and looks like Sen here will be able to stop mining for the time being, or at least from this half, if he chose to. Does he have range? Yeah, range is done, so lots of Hydras now, and this is so frustrating to deal with. But just kind of sitting here really denies a lot of the mining that can be done on this expansion. So, yeah, there we go. Any probe that wanders in the wrong direction will get picked off almost instantly. Hydra's doing just tons of damage. So how is Huck going to respond? Getting another cannon? Okay. I don't think that's going to be it, though. I mean, he is going to Robotech. And now we see a transition to Spire. So this is an interesting transition. But I think, oh, and this is just excellent, using the Nidus Worm to take an expansion as well. This play, really, really strong on this map. Taking out any sort of air here. Oh, and he's getting an Observer. That makes a ton of sense. Once that Observer comes up, Huck's going to, or Sen's probably going to have to retreat. He could, however, get a Overlord, though, or an Overseer, and that might be pretty effective in this situation. Sen kind of getting a little bit of everything, though. He is getting some roaches, getting burrow, getting roach speed. Oh, and a battle going on now due to the fact that the Observer is here. Some nice force fields, trapping all the Hydras so they can't retreat, forcing them to fight. And that's really kind of hurts the army of Sen here. But Sen is able to finally back off, and looks like nothing can even reach this Nidus Worm. So even with that Observer, this is still a pretty big pain in Huck's side. Probably going to see some... okay, so first he's going to take care of this expansion. Then we're probably going to see some more Hydras and maybe even the Roaches come up here. And I think Sen's just going to, once again, try and pressure this. Oh, maybe not. Kind of surprising. You'd think he would, he could do pretty good. This army of Huck, not very large. Looking at the unit loss tab, too. Sen's still ahead, but the Colossus is out, and this is going to clean this up. Without too much trouble at all. Another Nidus Worm behind in the back, but it does go down. Sen's going to have to do a little bit of damage to really justify this cost here. Needs to kill some workers. Looks like he's just kind of letting these guys A-move to victory while he continues to macro up. And I guess it's lost anyways, so not bad. Rest of Sen's army still in that Nidus Worm. Where is he unloading it? Okay, just back in his main. Now the Colossus are starting to come out, and this is when it starts to get difficult for Zerg in this matchup, in my opinion. And we'll have to see how Sen responds. He has that Spire up, so we probably will see some Corruptors. Very strong in this situation. Pylons all over the map. I really like this. This allows Huck to, well, for one, I think he might have saw that worker, so he might expect an expansion there. So he might, he'll be able to warp at anything to stop this expansion. And also, it allows him to have, like, vision, so he can see mutas coming a little bit ahead of time. Definitely worth their cost. We do have the Spines moving up, but looks like Huck is going to actually, actually changing his mind at the last minute. I thought he might engage there, trying to, you know, jump the Spines while they are burrowing, but that is not the case. Looking at the armor counting tab, Sen, substantial lead here, but he doesn't have anything to really effectively deal with this these Colossus yet. However, we do have some Corruptors on the way, so when that is finished, that will really help Sen in this situation. Going to be bad for Huck. Huck moving up, taking the Watchtower, going to see what's going on. He's also getting Shuttle move speed, or Observer move speed. I'm not sure which one that is. But the Corruptors are here, going to be hard to deal with. What is this? Okay, so Observer move speed. But yeah, Corruptors are here. That, you know, he has a pretty, like 6 Corruptors. Could use a couple more, but once he gets like 2 per Colossus, he should be sitting really strong. And Sen burrowing all of his forces. Interesting. Where'd that Observer go? Looks like Huck did pull it back. But yeah, enough Corruptors. Man, words are hard. Enough Corruptors to deal with these Colossus. There we go. Corruptors moving out, picking off those Colossus. Huck just trying to do as much damage as possible before his Colossus fall. Not looking too good. Does he have Blink? No Blink. This is going to be very close. I don't know. Roach is not very strong against all Gateway units, which is all he has remaining. Another... Oh, wow, another Colossus coming in. Looks like Huck is actually going to clean this up. That +1 upgrade really paying for itself there. Now he's going to be putting a lot of pressure on Sen here. Sen needs to get some more Corruptors to effectively deal with that Colossus. The good thing, though, is the Colossus count's still relatively low. Huck trying his best to get out as many as possible, as quickly as possible, though. Kind of surprised no Chrono Boost. Interesting, Sen kind of buying time with these Spines, and... Oh, interesting, almost going for a Colossus snipe there. But buying time with the Spines, just allowing them to take damage, and then when they're about to die, just running them away. Just waiting for Corruptors to come out, I think, is the big thing here. He needs something to deal with these Colossus. Very hard to do. But he has a ton of Roaches and Hydras out now. A couple units getting picked off. We'll have to see. Hydras do not want to be in front, though. No good for those Hydras, getting melted very quickly by those Colossus. But now we do see Sen moving out. Is he going to be able to snipe any Colossus? No, good positioning by Huck, taking down both those Corruptors very quickly as well. However, there are just too many Roaches at this point for Huck to push in for the win. You have to remember, Sen on a third base. Huck still on 2. I don't think Huck knows about this. Oh, he does know about this. We'll have to see. Third Colossus out, starting to get that Colossus number pretty high. Very nice Stalker control, though, picking off those Corruptors as soon as they appear. And now just a great little dance here. Oh, it looks like a Colossus might go down. No, he does manage to save them. And that's pretty key here, I think. One Colossus does go down. Oh, the second one does go down, and Huck does GG. So Huck actually losing against Sen here on close positions, lost tempo. Pretty interesting. A lot of people think lost tempo close positions is Protoss favored, but Sen just playing a very good game, very solid game, having a nice transition from Hydras on the high ground to Roach Hydra Corruptor, and really just muscling down Huck in this game. I mean, looking at the income tab, quite a bit higher. And yeah, at this point, Huck's mined out of his main. He's basically in a lot of trouble, so that's why he did GG. But I hope my mic works. I watched the, I'm not really sure what's wrong with it. It sounds pretty good to me, like through my headset. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I watched some of the AVI files that Fraps recorded, and they seem fine. So I think it's something to do with the encoding, and I'm not really sure what's going on, so I'll have to mess with that. But hopefully this does sound better. I'm sorry for some of those last games. They really did sound like crap. So, but anyways, with that, I hope you guys did enjoy, and stay tuned for more casts.